the lean epidemic.
Now that multi-Grammy winner Lil Wayne is in the intensive care unit over at Cedars-Sinai Hospital here in Los Angeles, where he is reportedly receiving last rites at this hour. TMZ also says Lil Wayne is on breathing tubes and that his condition is extremely critical. The website also reporting that the rapper apparently suffered multiple seizures and was in so unstable of a condition when they brought him in that doctors had to put him in a medically induced coma. However, in just the past 10 minutes or so, members of Wayne's entourage have been tweeting that the reports are false and that he's actually doing fine. Now, the 30-year-old had just been released from the hospital back on Wednesday of this week, again suffering from seizures, we're told. And TMZ also quoting sources tonight as saying Lil Wayne went on what's called a scissor binge after getting out of the hospital this week. That's apparently when you mix codeine cough syrup and soda. And we're also told that doctors did find high levels of codeine in his system. Much more, of course, on this story throughout the night.
With plenty of rappers continually praising the drug, it has caused a widespread problem across the whole United States.
Syrup, scissorp, purple drink, or lean, it's all the same stuff. A homemade drink concocted using the prescription drug promethazine containing codeine. It's mixed with sweet drinks, even candy, then sipped. Scissorp has been around since the 1990s, but its popularity appears to be growing because of its prevalence not only in the rap world, but in pop culture generally. Take Far East movements like a G6, for example.
Even popular artists who have promoted the drug in the past understand its negative effects.
Thing that I could stop, I never even envisioned me never not doing it. So when I sat down, it gave me time to say, oh, listen, maybe it's a life where I don't have to do this every day. And then I started building upon that, but I never even thought that I could live without it.
Are you surprised that it didn't kill you?
Yes, 100%. I'm blessed, man. To even be here today, I'm blessed.
With the drug so readily available, it is easy for teens to go out and buy cough syrup used to make lean. However, lawmakers should make the dosages per container smaller so that it is good for only a couple of days. It will make it harder for those who want to make lean to obtain the amount they need. Also, the main users of the drug are in their teens and early 20s. As of December 2016, only 12 of the 50 states have an age requirement of 18 to buy cough syrup. We want to make this a law in all 50 states. To wager on this possible future law, we spoke to Dr. Kamenaski, who's a retired doctor, but has recently restarted practice in the pharmaceutical business.
In the past couple of years, I definitely have noticed the government and those in the medicine world attempt to counteract the extensive purchasing of cough syrup by young teens. I have actually seen this myself while working at a Walgreens in the Bronx. Every day, the same people would come in and purchase cough syrup. I can honestly say it has become an issue, especially with all the medical problems it has been causing for these young children. Yes, I think the idea of making the law 18 years old to buy cough syrup is definitely a step in the right direction. Something you don't want is these 14-year-olds coming in and not knowing what they are getting themselves into. By making it 18, it gives people more time to mature before making rash decisions. There's definitely more ways to fight this epidemic. The ideas you have mentioned are a step in the right direction and I definitely advocate them. I wish you guys the best of luck.
Many states, including Florida, have already put this law into effect.
8 on your side is letting you know of huge changes to the way cough medicine is sold in stores. Starting January 1st, kids under the age of 18 will be banned from buying cough medicine in Florida. This is part of an effort to curb a dangerous drug threat. News Channel 8's John Rogers joins us now live from Sarasota to tell us more about this. John?
Hey there, Jen. It's kind of scary. Millions of teens across the country chug large quantities of cough syrup for a cheap, easy, quick high, but it can have deadly results.
The way to take care of a cough is with Robitussin.
For around 60 years, cough medicines have used a special ingredient to suppress those annoying coughs. It's called dextromethorphan, or DXM. In small doses, it can soothe those pesky cold symptoms. But pharmacist Vincent Nguyen says some take advantage of it.
It can be harmful in large quantities.
Millions of teens and young adults abuse cough medicine. They chug large amounts of it, snort it, or inject it to get a quick high. And Florida lawmakers want to stop it. Starting January 1st, a new law takes effect banning people under the age of 18 from buying cough syrup. Pharmacies and stores will be required to check ID.
One anonymous user described the experience of using lean. He said, "I started feeling a buzz halfway through my first cup. My eyes got tight, my body got warm and heavy, and I felt a great high. However, the feeling does not coincide with the negative effects that come along with the drug. These effects include seizures, stomach problems, dependency, stiff muscles, neuroleptic malignant syndrome, and of course, death." To get an insider's perspective, we caught up with fellow Trumbull High School student and Walgreens employee Kayla Clancy.
Well, I don't really see too much of people purchasing cough syrup at Walgreens. However, we do have a policy that if they are purchasing the cough syrup and the customer appears to be at the age of 40 years old or younger, we are supposed to check ID, and we will scan it through our scanner, and then the machine will tell us if the birth date matches up with the legal age, which is 18, to purchase the cough syrup. And we're also trained to check whether an ID is fake or not. So that really comes in handy when the customer is purchasing the cough syrup. We also live in like a good area in town, so it doesn't really happen very often, like I was saying before. But occasionally young people do come in and buy it with their friends. And I don't really think it's used as much around here because I guess we have more money, so to say, but I'm sure in more of a poverty kind of area, there is more widespread use of lean. Yeah, I do agree with you guys. I think that the legal age should be 18 across the United States, and it should be sold in smaller dosages because it would just make it harder for the kids to get the drugs and try to prevent them from that. And also, I think that cough syrup should be sold in smaller dosages anyways, because you only need like a small amount when you are sick if you're using it for the correct purpose, and the rest of the bottle just kind of sits in the cabinet and collects dust until the next time you use it when you're sick.
Nothing so far has worked to stop this ever-important issue. Even rappers continue to promote the drug after their friends have died from the drug. The most recent incident has been when popular rap artist Future talks about being on the drug in one of his songs and brings up his friend dying from it.
Although some people find the song funny, it shows that people are not fazed by the drug. They do not realize that it is unhealthy to drink a whole bottle, and depending on the person, it may even take more to get them high. So by cutting down on how much each bottle contains, it would force someone to buy more than one bottle, which at many pharmacies is not allowed. While there are definitely ways to get around it, it would deter people from the drug if it was more of a hassle to get their hands on.
Macklemore speaks for many teens and the problems they face with the cough syrup in his song The Other Side.
Rolled up, asked him what he was sipping on. Said lean. You wanna hit it, dog? That's the same stuff Wheezy sipping, huh? And tons of other rappers that be spitting hard. Yeah, he had 5 a bone. And when I passed him that styrofoam, the Easter pink heard it rhyme before I finally got to see what all the hype was on. And then he took a sip, sitting in the Lincoln, thinking it was pippin' as he listened to the system. Little did he know that it was just as addictive as bass, not the kind of hit from the kick drum. Hot box, let the bass bump, take it to the face, go. Months later, the use went up, and every blunt was accompanied by the pink stuff. But goddamn, glove that feeling, purple rain coated in the throat, just so healing. Medicine alleviate the sickness, liquid to fix them, it comes with the cost. Wake up, cold sweat, scratching, itching, trying to skate the skin that barely fit him. Gone, get another bottle just to get a couple swallows, headed towards the bottom, couldn't get off it. Didn't even think he had a problem, though he couldn't sleep without getting nauseous. Room spinning, thinking he might have sipped just a little bit too much of that cough syrup. His eyelids closed shut, sat back in the chair clutching that cup. Girlfriend came in a couple hours later, said his name shook him, but he never got up. Never got up. Never got up. We live on the cusp of death, thinking that it won't be us.
If our laws could be put into place, then Macklemore's song could potentially become irrelevant, as a hopeful stop would be put to the lean revolution.
However, today we wallow in fear as lawmakers have yet to make the right decision in this lean epidemic.